High School National Invite is the pinnacle of high school frisbee tournaments. This tournament helps showcase who could be the next up and coming players in the college and club division, as well as recognize the best high school team in the nation. This tournament has 16 teams split into 4 pools. Each team plays 3 games of pool play, with the top 3 teams in each pool moving on to the bracket, with the pool winner having a bye to the quarterfinals. All of pool play is on Friday, and all of bracket play is on Saturday. This is High School National Invite 2025. Pool A had one streamed game between Roosevelt and Edina. Roosevelt gets the first 2 breaks of the game early on, but Edina is able to answer back with 3 breaks in the first half, as well as a Walter Hips Callahan. Edina gets 2 straight breaks at a half and have a secure 10-6 lead. Despite some long points and execution errors, Edina holds on to their lead and wins the game 15-12. The most pivotal game of the pool was between Roosevelt and Jackson Reed. This was each team's second game of the day, and with both teams losing in the first round, this game had even more value. Roosevelt won the game on Universe after holding a lead the entire game. With just 2 rounds of games in, we have Edina at 2-0, guaranteed a pool win, and number 1 seed Jackson Reed at 0-2, unable to make the bracket. Strathaven and Roosevelt play for second and third place, where Strathaven easily wins 15-11. Pool B's 2 streamed games included Owl throttling Recca 15-3 and Albany versus JR Masterman. This game was the definition of a game of runs, which eventually brought us to 9-9 and Masterman on the doorstep of a late break, and they get it. Wait, there's a stall being called. Let's rewind the footage. Masterman gets the disc at 9:41, and it's out of his hands at 9:34? It's only 7 seconds. Okay, fine. Let's send it back. Masterman still has a chance to score. Albany gets the disc back and gets the hold. Masterman is unable to score the rest of the game as Albany wins 12-9. Owl goes on to win the pool, going 3-0, with the 3 other teams going 1-2. Although Recca had the worst overall point differential in the pool, it all came from their loss to Owl. The tiebreaker in this situation is point differential in games played versus each other. Recca's point differential was 0 in games against Albany and JR Masterman. Albany's 3-point win against JR Masterman and only a 1-point loss to Recca gave them a +2 point differential, giving them second in the pool. 2 seed JR Masterman takes 4th and will not make the bracket. Both the 1 and 2 seeds are not in the bracket in 2025. Pool C's most pivotal game was with 2-0 Arlington versus 2-0 Garfield. Winner wins the pool. Garfield's zone is successful on the first point, forcing a turnover on a scuba over the wall. Garfield is able to toe the line and get the first break of the game. Arlington gets a block of their own on their first defensive point and is able to work it down the short field to bring the game back on serve. Arlington gets a fortunate drop on a short field out of half and is able to claim a 9-7 lead. Arlington is able to hold on to this lead for the rest of the game. Arlington wins the game 13-10 and wins the pool. Pool C was the only pool to have no tiebreakers and was the only pool to go to chalk. Garfield takes second place and East Chapel Hill takes third after beating Washburn 14-12 in the final round of the day to determine who makes the bracket. Entering the last round of the day for Pool D, everything was up for grabs. 16 seed 2-0 Wissahickon was facing off against 1-1 Independence, while defending champion Green Canyon was 0-2 facing off against 1-1 Lakeside. The only thing for certain at this point is that Wissahickon was in the bracket, but their placement was up for grabs. Lakeside had a 3-point lead during the second half, but Green Canyon's sophomore handler, Blake Holt, was able to drop dimes for Green Canyon to bring them back within one. It was all for nothing, as Lakeside was able to score after soft cap to end Green Canyon's chances. Lakeside wins 13-11 and sends Green Canyon to consolation. We have 3 teams that are 2-1, and luckily for all 3 of them, they are all in the bracket. Just like before, the tiebreaker is decided by point differential versus each other. Wissahickon wins the pool primarily due to their 10-6 win against Lakeside. Despite that blowout loss for Lakeside, they were able to beat Independence 11-7, which put them at second in the pool and Independence at third. Heading into Saturday, here is our bracket. Recca versus Garfield has Garfield winning 14-12 after being down by 3 in the first half. Lakeside beats Roosevelt 11-8 after being in control the entire game. Albany beats East Chapel Hill 14-12. Our one streamed game for pre-quarters is Strathaven versus Independence. Strathaven gets the first break of the game on their first defensive point. After that, there are 9 straight clean holds. Both teams were executing fluid offense with fun throws to go along with it. Independence gets their second break opportunity with the short field and is able to cash it in to bring the game back on serve, tied at 6. The second half was the Strathaven show, led by Andrew Menning. He had 2 goals and 9 assists in this game and was able to throw whatever he wanted. He could be fun to watch in the college and club divisions. Strathaven wins 15-11. The quarterfinal round was pretty bleak. All 4 teams who had a bye won their games, and they won them in a convincing way. Edina beat Albany 13-9. Wissahickon beat Garfield 15-6. Arlington beat Lakeside 11-8, and Owl beat Strathaven 15-7. These teams are clearly showing they are the 4 best teams at this tournament, setting up for a great semifinals. With the semifinals being set, we have 8-seed Edina versus 16-seed Wissahickon and 3-seed Arlington versus 11-seed Owl. Let's see how this pans out. Wissahickon gets the first break of the game to take a 6-5 lead. Let's see if Wissahickon can maintain this advantage. Edina has a break opportunity and is able to cash it in with the spectacular garbage man save. The second half starts off with not 1, not 2, but 3 Edina breaks. Not many things were going Wissahickons' way in the second half. Their one saving grace is this layout score. A player like me would have clap caught it, but I guess everyone's different. Edina wins 15-11 and will head to the championship. Arlington versus Owl started off like this. Arlington is able to get a break back, and the teams trade many dirty holds until the score is 7-6. The teams go back and forth trading holds once again, with Arlington being led by Cameron Levine and Luke Headland, Owl being led by the Hovde brothers, Danny and Luke. Arlington has a chance to break, but there's a foul on the throw. Arlington gets the disc back and is able to cash in the break. but Owl is able to get a chance to break on their very next defensive point. Arlington answers back with an easy hold of their own and puts the score at 14-13. Arlington wins 15-13 and will head to the championship. In the championship, we have Edina versus Arlington. Edina is able to punch in the first break of the game on a throw to a receiver who had zero separation, the definition of a trust fall. Edina is able to gain momentum through big plays in the mud. This doesn't mean Arlington can't make a big play of their own, as they get a massive layout block to have a chance to break. Arlington is able to get the break and get the game back on serve. Arlington gets another break opportunity to take half, and they need to go the full 70 yards in order to do so. Arlington works the disc downfield and punches in a break to take half 8-6. The second half is Arlington putting on a clinic of deep shots. It felt like every score they had was 1 to 2 throws, then a perfect deep shot. Edina has no answer for this kind of offense, as Arlington wins High School National Invite 15-9. Congratulations to Arlington for winning High School National Invite 2025. UV24s this week, and the club season rapidly approaching. Let's prepare for a great summer of Frisbee. Go out and enjoy it.